Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is episode 6 of Flex Your Vote, where we will be breaking down Proposition 31, the ever important and the unique proposition, as it is the only referendum on our 2022 California ballot. Now, a quick refresher, a referendum is evaluation of a previously enacted law that is distinct from an initiative measure. And if you'd like more information on that breakdown, please check out episode 1, where we discuss this distinction in a little bit more depth. But for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. It is wonderful to have you. I would encourage you to catch up on episodes 1 through 5 and then join us back here for episode 6. In episode 1, we introduce this video series, overview how a measure makes it onto the ballot, and of course discuss the critical distinction between a referendum and an initiative. So check that out and then come back and join us here. And for those of you who are continuing on this journey with me, thank you for being here. I hope it's been informative. I hope your ballot is starting to take shape as we are in our penultimate episode for Flex Your Vote and are nearly to the finish line in terms of breaking down all the propositions on our 2022 California ballot. So I hope you're ready for the mix. Let us commence episode 6. So our discussion of Proposition 31 will actually begin with the discussion of the law that it seeks to evaluate, Senate Bill 793. This was introduced to the Senate floor by Senator Jerry Hill and would in effect ban the sale of most flavored tobacco products, not all. Now, Senator Hill introduced Senate Bill 793 due to growing concerns of e-cigarette use by children and youth users, growing youth use of tobacco products fueled by access to flavored products, and marketing by tobacco companies that targeted these younger users and targeted minority users with the appeal of these non-traditional, artificial, vibrant types of flavors such as bubblegum, mango, and menthol. And to kind of quantify this concern, a study was published in the Journal of the American Medical Association in 2015, which found that 80% of youth tobacco users began their use with a flavored product. So this really encapsulated the growing concerns of youth tobacco use and the basis for Senator Hill introducing Senate Bill 793. So Proposition 31 comes into play because it is a referendum to evaluate Senate Bill 793. Senate Bill 793 was quickly passed by the California State Legislature, and it was signed into law by Governor Gavin Newsom in 2020. However, it was only in effect for about 3 days, at which point tobacco companies were able to successfully fund and qualify a referendum. And that's how we ended up here with Proposition 31, which will evaluate Senate Bill 793, decide whether Senate Bill 793 should be in effect or whether it should be struck down. So with that in mind, a yes vote on Proposition 31 would uphold Senate Bill 793. A no vote on Proposition 31 would reverse and strike down Senate Bill 793. Okay, so what would be the products actually banned? Well, Senate Bill 793 is very specific, and it would not encompass all flavored tobacco products. So Proposition 31, if you were to vote yes, what you will be voting yes to ban would be pods for vape pens, menthol cigarettes, flavoring for a tank-based system, and flavored chewing tobacco. So those would be the products that would be banned by Senate Bill 793 and a yes vote of Proposition 31. However, Senate Bill 793 would not ban specific types of products such as premium cigars, hookah, and loose leaf tobacco. So this would not be at all affected by one's vote on Proposition 31. Okay, so let's talk about the money and the arguments for and against. To date, there has been a total of $11.2 million invested into this race. Proponents, which also includes the now retired Senator Hill, have invested $8.9 million, whereas opponents have invested about $2.3 million. The proponents for Proposition 31, of course, tend to be proponents of Senate Bill 793, who point to arguments such as this would effectively protect youth users, would protect minority individuals who have been largely targeted by tobacco companies and who have been profited on by tobacco companies by their use of flavored tobacco. So this would go a large way in reducing the number of youth users and minority users, and this would also prohibit entirely any type of marketing by tobacco companies on flavored products, and thus would prohibit this marketing that has largely been meant to target youth individuals. So voting for Proposition 31 would have a protective effect and would no longer allow tobacco companies to profit off of our children and our low-income individuals, which is a benefit to the entire state. Now, opponents of Proposition 31, of course, oppose Senate Bill 793. The primary arguments entail adults in the United States and in California have the right to choose what types of products they would like to purchase and use. So if an adult would like to use a flavored tobacco product, they should be permitted the option to do so. So it's not the California constituency's place to make that decision for adult users. And that also, flavored products tend to be more accessible products. So opponents suggest that by banning flavored products, the ones enumerated in Senate Bill 793, there's going to be a lack of access to these products, specifically for low-income individuals. And that's not a very inclusive approach for individuals who would like to partake in tobacco products. That is a breakdown of Proposition 31 and a breakdown of the ever-related Senate Bill 793. I hope this was informative. Please throw some comments and questions down below. I would love to hear from you. And we have one more proposition to break down together, Proposition 1. So thank you for being a part of this series, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.